President Trump says he is ending trade talks with Canada over an anti-tariff ad paid for by the province of Ontario. Now, the video includes excerpts from a 1987 radio address given by then President Ronald Reagan, in which he says tariffs hurt Americans and consumers. CBS News congressional correspondent Nikole Killion is switching scenery for us this morning and is joining us from the White House. Good morning, Nikole. Fact check the context of the Reagan address used in that ad. Is it all it's made out to be, and is President Trump justified in responding in this way?
Well, basically, this was a speech, rather, in 1987 that President Ronald Reagan delivered. At the time, he was set to impose some limited tariffs on Japan, but he uses this address to explain that, but also overall why he thinks these types of tariff policies ultimately are not good policy, that ultimately they are trade barriers that could hurt American jobs. So it was more so to kind of explain his rationale that we're putting these limited tariffs on Japan, but this is not necessarily going to be a long-term policy. And ultimately, those tariffs were lifted. President Trump, however, noted that Canada used excerpts of Ronald Reagan's address in this, and he says it was in a fraudulent way. In fact, we just heard from Secretary of State Marco Rubio not too long ago as well, who also reiterated that he believes Ronald Reagan's words were taken out of context. The Ronald Reagan Foundation, for its part, now says that it will review its legal options.
Wow. How is the White House responding?
Well, the president a short time ago just posted again on Truth Social accusing Canada of cheating, in his words, and again pointing out that he believes that this ad was fraudulent, and he believes that this is an attempt to potentially influence the Supreme Court, which is currently considering whether the president has the authority to raise tariffs. But what is interesting, Errol, is that the president and Canada's Prime Minister Carney are set to attend a summit in Asia this weekend, so this could potentially flare up there.
All right, we will watch that closely. Nikole, thanks so much. Enjoy your weekend.